Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom has passed away at the age of 96. She reigned not only over the United Kingdom for 70 years, but also held sovereignty over 15 Commonwealth nations, including Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. If anyone has ruled for the longest period in British history, it was Queen Elizabeth II. Her passing will be mourned worldwide as she witnessed and implemented several significant changes during her reign. Immediately after the passing of the Queen, Back in Time videos will begin to be aired once again, welcoming viewers. If the Queen's death had occurred in London, this operation would have been named Operation London Bridge. Since the Queen's death occurred in Scotland, this operation is named Operation Unicorn. All the events that will take place were pre-decided. The first event in this sequence is to shift the Queen's body to London. Now that Queen Elizabeth is no longer the Queen, her son Prince Charles has automatically become the King of Britain in the next second. Generally, there is a vast staff in Buckingham Palace. However, after the passing of the Queen, most of the staff will be given leave. Flags will be flown at half-mast, meaning they will be raised halfway up the flagpole. Churches will ring bells for 2 days, and on the day of the Queen's funeral, it will be a public holiday, in which all businesses, banks, and shops will remain closed. All social gatherings at the palace will be cancelled, and officials will observe a separate dress code in mourning for several days. Undoubtedly, immediately after the Queen's death, Prince Charles has now become the king. However, as soon as most of the staff from Buckingham Palace is relocated, the Accession Council meeting will take place at St. James's Palace. During this meeting, Prince Charles will be officially declared as the king, and he will also take an oath. After Prince Charles becomes the king, he will also have the option to change his name. This is a kind of role that applies to the British royal family. The new king can choose to include his current name in his royal title. Now, Prince Charles's full name is Charles Philip Arthur George. Therefore, he can have a new name such as King Charles, King Philip, or King George in addition to King Charles. Prince Charles has waited his whole life for this moment. He mentioned this in an interview given in 2002, as reported in the first graph of a newspaper article. However, his age is currently 72. If something were to happen to him, then after him, his son, Prince William, will become the new King of Britain. When Prince Charles becomes the official king, his wife will not be called Queen, but rather Princesses. This is their own preference. After preparing Queen Elizabeth II's shroud, it will be placed in Westminster Hall for the public to pay their respects. This will allow people to show their respect. Mourning will be observed from the time of the Queen's passing until 10 days before the funeral. This means that Queen's death occurred on the 18th of September, so their September 2nd, 022 will be observed. During this period, the public will be allowed to view the Queen's shroud for 1 hour each day. When Princess Diana passed away, according to an estimate, more than 1 million people were gathered outside Buckingham Palace. People stood in queues for 10 hours, waiting for their turn to pay their respects. On the day of the funeral, at 9 o'clock in the morning, the Big Ben will be chimed once. After that, the clapper of the bell will be tied with a cord to muffle its sound throughout the day. On this day, leaders from around the world who are attending the funeral will be present. After that, on the 10th day, Queen Elizabeth II will be laid to rest in the King George VI Memorial Chapel. On that day, the London Stock Exchange will also be closed, causing some disruption throughout Britain. On the day of the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton, it was also a national holiday in which Britain incurred a loss of nearly £6 billion. This means that even on the day of Queen's funeral, there will be a significant impact on the economy. After incurring such a significant loss, there will have to be numerous changes in the United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries. These changes may include altering the British currency by replacing the hidden photo of the Queen with a new one. The entire currency cannot be changed overnight, but from the next day onwards, the printing of new notes will begin. During the national anthem of the United Kingdom, which features "God Save the Queen," the image of Queen Elizabeth on the notes will be replaced. From the next day onwards, the helmets of the entire British police force will also be changed. Currently, the helmets feature the hidden image of Queen Elizabeth. They will now be replaced with those featuring King Charles. The British passport, which currently features the crown of Queen Elizabeth, will also be changed to have the printed crown of King Charles. Additionally, even though mailboxes are not extensively used in the present day, Queen Elizabeth II's image is still present on them. All of these mailboxes will also be changed. These changes, which you just mentioned, won't take much time because most of the preparations were already planned before Queen's passing. I hope you all will also like and share this video of Back in Time. Thank you very much for your love-filled comments. See you in the next amazing video.